All right, all right. Hello, everyone. Jacob is here, and I'm excited to be with you. Big milestone tonight, everybody. Big milestone. 100,000 subscribers. Insane. Hey, Brandon, how are you, Melissa? Steven? How's everybody doing? You know, I was originally going to originally come on here and just, tell you all about how blown away I am that after all this, 100,000, right? And at the 9th hour of all things. I'm not sure where we're at right now because after this happened, I quickly went on a a hunt for the deeper meaning of it all, because of course, there has to be a deeper meaning. This can't all be by chance, right? By coincidence. Sure, all things come together. 100,000 subscribers. I've been on YouTube now going on 11 years. Crazy, right? Now, all the stuff that I've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. Ooh, we're going to get into the dragon today. My goodness. Ha! It's amazing. Another breadcrumb just falls in my lap. I told Danielle, of course, I was very excited. We were both so incredibly excited today. And kept pulling that little imaginary lever, to get those endorphins, because, that's how social engineering works. They want to keep us all addicted to this, right? So I was pulling down to see how many more subscribers I had to go, and it was like there was the countdown was on, and my goodness. And I said to her, wouldn't it be funny if it was at the 9th hour? So of course, that was a really pivotal time, of course, in the life of Jesus. The 9th hour is where he finally, he's on the cross and gives up. It's kind of like the moment before that resurrection happens, right? It's the end. And in that moment, of course, he's screaming out, "Father, why have you forsaken me?" Let me come out back here and say hi to you all. Hi. This is really kind of a little kooky, this is way past my bedtime. I'm exhausted. And this is going to be a pretty quick show. Before I get into it, because this dragon has to do with, guess what's very visible tonight? Comet 21P. We've talked about it in the past. Not a lot of news about Comet 21P right now. Now, this is very strange, okay? Because it just so happens that Comet 21P, it starts the whole Draconoid, I'm probably saying that wrong, Draconid, the dragon meteor shower, yeah. Isn't that weird? There's a little overview of this comet before, of course, I get into thanking all of you, and I got a surprise. So stick around. Hope you're subscribed, because it's for all of my subscribers and all the people that are behind the channel and all the people that encourage me on a regular basis. Especially now, we need the support and the encouragement for each other, especially now. So Comet 21P, now I had no idea, it wasn't even on my radar today. Not until this happened, the 9th hour. 100,000 subscribers. 100th monkey, right? The beginning of it all. You first get that little group, that little remnant, and then the rest follow suit, right? So that's kind of what today, hopefully, is going to be about. It's about all those that are following suit, that are seeking more, that are believing for more. And then understand that even though things may get a little kooky, little kookadoo, especially with this comet, that there's no reason for us to be screaming out at the 9th hour, "Father, why have you forsaken me? Which is what he did in the book of Matthew. We read this. This is the book of Luke. There was darkness over the earth until the 9th hour. You say that there was it's like darkness over my subscribers in my head until the 9th hour when I finally hit that 100. I was so concerned for so long about this milestone, and then I just let it go. And of course, at that moment, this happens. But at the 9th hour, it was a moment where Jesus was on the cross. And it was right before he gave up his life. He gave up his ghost, if you will. Kind of like we're at a moment right now where I think it's important that everybody kind of just lets go of all the nonsense, right? The first idea of their life, the idea that they're not more than they know, that there isn't a purpose for them, and that with all the craziness in the world that they should be terrified because there's no hope for them, even with what's to come. Now, see, I disagree. But I've been talking about the dragon, right? Now, and once again, today on Netflix, there was a Kevin Smith, I guess he has a pilot, he's trying to crowdfund. It was being pushed in my trending feed, and of course, the first 10 minutes, he's talking about a dragon in Schindler's List, which doesn't exist. I don't recommend the movie. I haven't seen it. It's very, a lot of bad words in it. But once again, the dragon again, right? The dragon everywhere. Now, what does the dragon have to do with Comet 21P? That, right now, currently, you can see it. And you can see it pretty good from what I understand. They're not really talking about how close of an approach this orbit is. Wait till you find out the day that it is closer to the Earth and closest to the Sun. Like this remarkable event, September 10th, 2018, right? We're talking about Mars. We're talking, right, I think it's a day or two that all the planets are going to be on one side of the Sun, on the right side of the Sun, if you will. So let's take a look at his orbit over here. You see that little purple line, right? You see Earth gets pretty close, don't you think? Actually gets real close. And so I've been talking about the dragon. Talking about the dragon. Okay, so, I saw it in Mars. You see it in this comet. You see it in this meteor shower. You see it on TV. You're seeing it on Netflix. You're seeing it, right? The Draconid Meteor Shower 2018. When, where, and how to watch the unpredictable shooting star. I think it's a coincidence, right? And this is where it gets kind of freaky, okay? On September 10th, just 1 month prior to its expected meteor storm, okay, so we're looking for a meteor storm. Of course, this, it looks like it's fire being shot out of the dragon's mouth, this meteor shower, because it's the constellation that it's in. There will be a simultaneous close approach to two different bodies, that being the Sun and Earth, on the same day, September 10th. I, of course, knew nothing about this dragon meteor shower. I just knew that there had to be a reason that my channel kind of flips up to 100,000 thanks to all you at the 9th hour. And I've been talking about us going to that next level, waking up, if you will, because really what this signals to me is a time of great growth and great change. While we may see some pretty big upheaval in the world, we're already seeing a lot of it. I mean, I'm not sure if this is something that we should really be concerned about. I don't want you to get all freaked out, you know what I mean? It's just interesting. September 10th. When everything's going down the way it's going down, this is what's happening. Weird, don't you think? I don't know. I'm going to go to the chat. I want to see what you all think. Let me take a look in here. First of all, hi to everybody. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, this is getting crazy, Ruby Slippers. You're right. Buzzed, it's good to see you. Yes, signs and the sun, the moon, the stars, we are close. Well, I mean, it doesn't get any closer, right? Because this is our story. And everybody's saying that they can hear me okay. The sound is good. I'm glad to hear that. This was such a last-minute show. And I really... Let me take a look at you again. I like to look at you face-to-face when I tell you all this. I mean, I really am grateful for all of you. I mean, years ago, I knew that this was possible, but I also understood that this is just like, we're just entering what you would call the denouement, right? That's in a play, you know, you have your first act, your second act, then you have that final act. This is the final act, which it wraps everything up. Everything comes together into a nice big bow. You understand who you are, what you were meant to do, and that new heaven and that new earth is made available. Because at the 9th hour, I should have pulled these scriptures up. That's when the veil is rent in two, and then access into the whole. It's all symbolic, people. That there's going to be a time, whether it's an appointed time for you, I can't tell you, but there's an appointed time for everyone where the light goes on, and the truth opens up. And you look at your life in the world and you say, that's it, no more. I'm done being hateful. I'm done being greedy. I'm done being lazy. I'm done being envious. I'm done being a backbiter. I'm done being a gossiper. I'm done being a spouse that doesn't build and lift and encourage. I'm done being someone that tears down. I'm done being someone that's living a life of fear. I'm done with it all. We've been through that testing phase. We've been through the wilderness. And at the 9th hour, it all pays off. No matter how hard things come against you. You know, it's easy to get frustrated when you know you're going somewhere, at least you have that faith, and then everything is telling you it's not going to happen. And yet it happens. And for that, I am truly grateful. We're in this all together. And I think that what you're going to find, if you haven't found already, is that this channel is very different than a lot of others, right? I think you can at least understand a little about me, that I'm sincere in the things that I'm sharing here, because I do believe, I mean, this stuff. I mean, I'm talking about dragons everywhere, right? Well, in the story, how it goes, this dragon is cast to the earth, and it ushers in a new day. Because after the 9th hour, that's when the resurrection happens, if you will. It's when the new Jerusalem comes down, if you will. All of this stuff playing out, astronomically speaking, above the literal Jerusalem, right? I have another show that I was going to do tomorrow. I may do it tomorrow. I'm going to try to get it out to you. I'm not going to tell you about this, but this show has to do with what's going down in literal Israel, and what's, I think, because if this is all tied together and the story goes the way that I think it will, it may not. I think we're going to see some kind of an event that is going to it's a game changer, right? Game changer. It's going to feel like a fiery dragon is upon us. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's going to happen on the 10th or on the 30th or on the 28th or the 27th. I don't know if it's going to happen. But I do know, spiritually speaking, in my life, I have entered a great time of ease. And I've been through it. Believe me, I've been through the ringer. Right here, the fire of the dragon. And of course, do you know what starts this this meteor shower? Comet 21P. That right now. See, that's what I did. Because of course I looked up to the stars. I thought that there had to be some connection to all of this. And there was. And I didn't know when I looked at this, you know, like what's going on tonight. I look at this 21P, that I find out that this 21P is connected to the dragon, right? Well, we got Mars opposing the Earth soon. We got this comet coming in closest to the Earth and the Sun at the exact same time. You know what's really interesting also about this comet? I want to show you something. Take a look at how long, is it on here? How many years there's this orbit? 6.6. That's spooky, right? All of this stuff. Has anybody heard of this comet? I'm going to come on over here and say hi to y'all again. All right, so here's the deal, too. Listen. This is for all of you that you hear right now. Now, I'm going to reach out to one of you. I just want to have a conversation. I'm not sure how long it's going to go. So I want you to leave a comment. Not a long one. Not like, don't leave me like a page because I won't be able to read it. But first 100 comments. Of course, you know, I'm hoping you're subscribed to me. Because if you're a subscriber, I'm going to call you. I'm not going to, you know, call somebody that's not a subscriber, because you're all the reason that we're here right now. This is all, we're all together. So, and I'm going to, as this week goes, I have a couple of other things that we're going to be talking about, and a couple of other things that I'm going to be sharing with all of you. But those that subscribe, those that share, those that like, those that comment, those that love me, and that I love, and I've grown to love, I want to talk to one of you. Just want to have a conversation. Maybe talk to you about what's going on in your life. Tell you what's going on in my life. Maybe we start a friendship. I don't usually do this. I'm not the most outgoing guy. I know it seems like I am, but just felt like that was the right thing to do. I'm not sure. So once this is posted, oh my goodness, and I'm looking in the room and you all are sending in money. Oh, thank you so much. Milo, gamma rays equal dragon fire. Yeah, man, listen, that's another interesting thing. You know, I was thinking, like, when Danielle and I were doing our little sunbathing out there. Let me get a better picture up here so we can think about this together and we can look at this together. I was thinking about how cool it would be. You know, there's well, you know, the pineal gland. It's a light receptor. It has cones and rods like the eye. And, you know, there's this belief that you have some kind of a flare, something, kind of awaken that pineal gland within you. I don't know. Listen, I'm not saying I believe in it, but I'll tell you what, I'm up for it. So I'm laying out. I'm in the middle of prayer. I'm saying, hey, you know what? Hit me with your light, with the light. Actually, here's something funny. This is a question if it's a Mandela effect. I know I'm a little over the place because I'm tired. But I was texting Jason last night, and I was thinking of that song, turn on the light, sweet darling, or something. Turn on the light, sweet darling. And I'm sure I'm singing it wrong. And so I look it up to get the lyrics, and it turns out it's dim all the lights. I was like, whoa, Mandela effect. So while Danielle and I were outside, of course, you know, I was saying, just like you said, Milo, who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, it's a possibility. That could be the dragon fire as well. It would fry, absolutely fry our system, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be the thing? And of course, Kelsey, thank you so much. And congratulations to you as well. Oh, thank you, too. I'm going to have a problem pronouncing your name, but what a beautiful name. Let me see. Ovidio Monica Kozak. Hey, Jacob, congrats on 100,000 subs. Thank you. Oh, and a fellow Long Islander, Nebo 600. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And Jared Rice, no. I have not seen the movie Buster Small Heart and The Ritual. I actually, hang on a second. Let me come over here. I have, I started to see the Ritual. Oh my goodness! I don't like those spooky movies. I don't like all that dark nonsense. I don't like it. I mean, it's a lot of, you know. Here's the thing: is faith is a powerful thing. So if you put your faith in dark things, then you can bring about dark things. Sure. So I don't like those movies. I tried seeing that movie. It was very scary. I'm about to, of course. You know, we're about to watch a movie, and well, Danielle's probably asleep. she's grateful too that we're all in this together. But there's this movie, and of course, it's we watched the trailer, and there's a dragon, and it's about some kind of UFO death cult. I don't know. It's on Amazon Prime. I'm renting it. It looks like a cool movie. It has the Ouroboros in it. You know, all the symbolism, and it's just nonstop, right? And it's almost like maybe there is something going down. You know, I mean, don't you kind of feel like there's something, right? It's not just me. It's not just me. It can't be just me. It can't be just me. I'm in the chat right now. Rock Desert. You got to do some laundry tomorrow. My son Noah's doing some right now, and he wants me to take over, and I'm a little too tired. I am a little too tired to take over on that. Is the rapture imminent? Well, I mean, Melissa, I got to tell you something. I'm gonna do a show on that topic, because I'm gonna say yes, but not the way y'all think. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, two men are in one bed. One is taken, one is left. Paralambano is that word taken from Greek. It means it's kind of like if you see a beautiful baby and you're taken by the beauty of it, and all of a sudden you smile, right? And it means something to you. You know what I mean? Like you're taken by it. The other one is left. So that word taken, paralumino, means to adhere yourself to a new set of beliefs, to believe one as they claim to be. That's the definition. So it's almost like there's the double-minded man. Remember the ones and the zeros? The ones and the zeros, on and off, true and false. I'm talking about that. And in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, two shall become one. You get it? You're taken by that truth. And more people are... Michelle's opinions, happy you are so awake. Thank you so much. Share what you know and listen and grow. I know, and Michelle has a cool show. She's actually asked me to be on a couple of times, and I did say that, well, like, you know, I'm one of those people, Michelle, that it's like one day it just makes sense, and I know I have the time, and I'm just like, and I remember, and you are definitely on my list as well. And Shane, thank you so much for the my God, everybody's throwing out a lot of, see, I'm not used to that too, and it's really appreciated, because I mean, all of that can go to help. There's so many other, I have to get a new camera. I mean, I'm doing all this stuff on my iPhone 5. You know, it's kind of like, it's time to like up my game a little bit, and I'm gonna do that. But you know, honestly, I don't get too concerned with that. Oh, and there's Jason. Thank you, Jason. Here's to the next 100,000. Yeah, man, you too, brother. We're all doing this together. Rosalind says my tones are healing. You know, I gotta tell you, I hope you're talking about my tones, because I can talk. I put people to sleep, like legit Danielle, when she's tired, she'll get in her bed, she'll snuggle up, pull the comforters up like this, and she'll be like, honey, tell me about your next show. And I'll start talking. I'm so excited. And then Dan just starts to smile and starts to fall asleep. Yeah, I got one of them tones. That's the truth. Noella, oh, thank you so much for the $14.90. I mean, this is too much, you all. Let me get back into this show, too. My goodness. Y'all gonna make me, oh, yeah, you're not gonna make me cry. You're not gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. I'm sensitive. Yeah, I am very sensitive. My Netflix thing, you know, we have, Anthony has his, Noah has his, Shiloh has hers, Ethan has, and Mama Bear has hers, and of course, everybody's got their cool little name, and then Anthony names me sensitive, because I'm very sensitive. I am. When you're sensitive, you can kind of feel things, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's no coincidence that, yes, we got dragons everywhere, and, you know, and of course we got this comet, which is revving up to be closest to the Earth on the 10th of September. And I find this all out at the 9th hour. I think this is like, look, I think this is literally playing out astronomically speaking, but let me tell you what it means. So you're not just taken away, oh my goodness, there's going to be some kind of an event, some kind of, you know, and I'm going to try to get you that Tuesday show. If not, this is going to satisfy as the Tuesday show. And I'll just do it another one. Don't forget about when this, I guess, airs, get in there and give me some comments, you know, and I don't want to limit it to 100. I'm just going to go through, and if you give me something about yourself, like what has made your life amazing up into this, like why is your life amazing? If you tell me why your life is amazing at this point, and you can do that, and don't give me, like I said, a page. I'm going to respond to you. I'm not going to respond to anybody on this one, but I'm going to respond to that one person. So keep an eye, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you for your email address, and I'm going to email you, and you're going to then send me your number, and then I'm going to call you, and we're going to talk. And I'm also going to send you a copy of my novel, which right now, interesting enough, I got the rights back from the publisher. It's now, I mean, you can't even get it from Amazon right now. If you try, it'll cost a lot of money. So it's like, it's not even, some people say to push the book. I'm not pushing the book, because right now the book is not even published. I'm waiting for that. Right now it's with, I haven't told you all, but it's with Penguin, which is cool. And it happened in a weird, strange sort of way. One of the heads over there just happened to stumble upon me. And I told him who I am and what I believe, and where I see things going. And it just turns out that he was like the head of operations for Penguin. It's very cool. And now it's with Waterbrick Press, so we're waiting to hear, and we'll see. You know, and it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But what matters is the fact that it's like that 100th monkey, right? 100,000 subscribers. It's like, that's it. Boom. This is that marking point. That sign in my life. I knew it was coming. I didn't know when, and it came at the 9th hour, and that's a big deal, because at the 9th hour, that's when you lay down your life. That's when you lay down your life and you give up the ghost. Now, let me come over there and tell you why that's important. Because a ghost, a lot of people say that, you know, he's given up the Holy Spirit. Okay. It's another way of looking at it too, because you can look at it from all angles. You give up the ghost. You let go of that haunted, you know, past of yours. Death. You give up that death, and you take upon yourself life. And you rise with Christ. Christ in you, the hope of glory. So while all of that stuff's going down, why this is exciting for you and me is because it's going to be a lot easier for us to forgive. It's going to be a lot easier for us to be content with what we have because of what's going to happen in our, waking lives, in the world around us. And we can't see. Here's the good news. The good news, the gospel is good news. And I'm not a religious guy. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm just using a tool that the enemy has used and bringing life to it, like the 66 books of this Bible, the double-minded man. It's time for that duality to come to a crashing halt, and it's time for that new man, and I don't mean man as in physical man, I mean that new creation, that Christ in you creation, that power and wisdom of God. You have the power of love, you have the wisdom of love, and you're walking in unity and understanding and power, because everything is given under your control, your domain. This world was given to us to be fruitful and to multiply, and we are multiplying. 100,000. A couple of years ago I was at 540, and all because of a dream of a bunch of, go back and watch it, right? Let me go back to the chat to say hi to all of you and thank you once again, because this is like a party. It feels like a party to me. It does, at least. I feel like, we're going to be celebrating. Funny Bunny says that so much inspiration from, thank you, Lacey Wall. Now, yeah, I think I can go back and I can look in these top shows, and I'm going to announce the person, by the way, on the next show as well. And wow, a lot of people, just so beautiful, so beautiful. It's 11 o'clock right now. I think that I'm going to end this show at 11:11. I'm going to try to do it right on the nose, because I think that would be so cool. You know what I mean? Since I got like 6 minutes left, I'm going to try to get this other video out to you. I think that within the next couple of weeks, I think that we're going to be... how do I say this without like making it sound like you should be like frightened? Because you shouldn't be. Because this is what we're all really waiting for. So, I'm going to leave you with this. In my video about the road to Emmaus, when Christ appeared, he said, go back to Jerusalem, which means the teaching of peace, and wait for me to be endued with power from on high. A moment is coming for all of us where we're going to get that power. It's not going to seem that way. This is the thing you got to remember. You're going to question if God is really there. You're going to say, my God, why have you forsaken me, like Jesus did at the 9th hour. But then you're going to give up that ghost. You're going to realize that God never forsakes us nor leaves us, because God is all there is. Right? We move and live and have our being in. It's impossible to be separated from unless you believe you are. And with what's going on in the world, it's going to be easy to do that. It's going to be easy to look at your situation and say, God has abandoned me. Tonight, I handed the book over to Danielle. I said, open to something. She opens up to this beautiful psalm. Jacob in Scripture, he was called a worm. Well, he felt like a worm. And yet, and I felt that way too. I'm sure you felt that way too. And yet, that caterpillar, right, that no one wants around on the ground, when it finally gives up its life, after it fights to break free from that cocoon of death, it forgets. It's a totally different being, completely. Totally flying high above, reflecting light. I mean, it's interesting. Refracting the light. The day we're in. The day we're in, people. And you all helped me to get here. And so while this meteor shower that's coming up may be the dragon, right? It may be the ninth hour, but what happens after that is the veil of the temple is rent in the midst. He gave up the ghost. Into your hands I commend my spirit. In other words, I'm going to align myself with you. Teach me the truth no matter what the cost. And by just saying that, gave up the ghost. The temple. Rent. The veil opened. The new Jerusalem. The new heaven, the new earth. A new day. So, this comet's an interesting thing. Sure. And I think it is quite peculiar and strange. And I'm going to try to get that video out. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. Maybe it's going to be Friday. I think this is going to have to be the Tuesday show because I'm really tired. I got to see how it goes. I think that this is an important show. I didn't know it was going to be. I literally was just going to come on here and say thank you and get to talk to all of you for a minute. It's a lot of coincidence. And I know it sounds all like kooky, right? Like, oh yeah, there has to be something to it. There's something to it. The fact that this is happening. I've just been talking about September 10th, right? Mars. I've been talking about all of this stuff. Just so happens that all of this is going on. Crazy. The ninth hour of all things. 100,000 subscribers at the ninth hour. It's cool when you live your life understanding that there is purpose to it. If you're not one of those people, you don't have to believe in religion. If you're not one of those people that, what does it hurt? There's more. Why don't you just ask, what is it? And then understand that it's better to love than to hate. It's better to give than to take. It's better to be kind than to be mean. It's better to offer, to build, than to tear down. The wise man knows this. The wise woman knows this. And today's the day when that veil is going to be ripped in two. You know, and I was reading this morning. I'm not really too concerned with the people that are going to do wickedly. They're going to continue to do wickedly. I'm concerned with those that want to know the truth and are going to seek it no matter what the cost, because the duality man is it's over with. It's 11:11 after all. I love each and every one of you. It's all about being one. One mind, one love, one God, one in all, through all. Important times we are in. Love each and every one of y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.